Well, it seems like there's maybe a little bit of an ironic, little bit of a hypocritical elephant in the cryptocurrency room, especially one that is getting the vast majority of the volume in the cryptocurrency space. We're going to talk about it, the issues with it, and of course, the solutions. So let's get into it. Okay, so really quick, before I get into today's video, there is a little bit, just one little housekeeping item I would like to bring to your attention. And I guess YouTube's been failing to notify quite a few people when we go live. We go live every Monday at noon Eastern time. It's been pretty consistent for the past 7 months. Every Monday, noon Eastern time, we're going live. If you don't get that notification, make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on. Additionally, I encourage you to check out the links down below in the video description. I give you a way to join my weekly newsletter that goes out every Sunday. I share with you, I do a write-up about my thoughts on the crypto space this week. I get you caught up on past videos, and I also provide a link for the upcoming live stream that will happen the next day. So if you want to be sure to have access to that live stream, you want to catch it live, get in the live chat, say hi, join the newsletter. It's free and it comes out every Sunday. So that's going to be it for the housekeeping. Wanted to give you guys a heads up, and now let's get to the video. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode. As the distrust of fiat currencies continues to become all the more contagious around the world, finally, rightfully so. And for the people who are already in this cryptocurrency space, and let's say they want to maybe avoid the volatility of their cryptocurrency holdings, or they want to tuck away some profits, but they don't want to kind of re-enter that fiat currency space, even in the second degree form, coming in the form of Tether or USDC or GUSD, any of these cryptocurrencies that achieve their stability through its being pegged to a fiat currency. This is where I think gold-backed cryptocurrencies could step up and actually should step up. I think definitely in every way, people should be avoiding their exposure to fiat currencies. And that, for me, also includes these stable coins that are pegged to fiat currencies. Don't worry, I will be going over all of the pros and the cons of even gold-backed stablecoins. And as always, there is a solution being built within this cryptocurrency space that will exist to be completely independent of any kind of an asset that is controlled by a centralized third party. Thinking of stablecoins that achieve their stability not through being pegged by a fiat currency, not being pegged to any kind of a precious metal. Instead, they use their own algorithms that adjust the supply accordingly to achieve, and other mechanisms to achieve their stability. Like, for example, MakerDAO's DAI token. So here's the thing about gold-backed cryptocurrencies or any kind of a precious metal-backed cryptocurrency. They are slightly ironic. Now let's think about this, if only for a second, because here is a fact. Cryptocurrencies can be designed to be mathematically proven to be more scarce than any asset on this planet, including gold. Now here comes the irony. This breakthrough technology is then being used to represent what some could call an inferior type of money. Tell Peter Schiff, don't tell Peter Schiff. That's your prerogative. But the fact remains, I'm only saying inferior totally because of the fact that gold is very difficult to interact within our digital economy and digital world as it is growing more so every day. Unless you're dealing with something like paper gold or some kind of a derivative of a gold, you can't exactly deal with physical precious metals within a digital economy. But for those who still think that cryptocurrencies aren't backed by anything, or who can't quite grasp the reality that something can be backed by maths, or even can be cryptographically secured, maybe gold-backed cryptocurrencies is something that they would feel a little bit more comfortable with, or at least it would make it easier for them to justify the value attributed to that cryptocurrency. Here are some things that I think you should pay close attention to so you can be sure you're actually using a legitimate gold-backed cryptocurrency and it isn't instead, let's say, backed by something like tungsten. Number one, do your best to understand how it is being stored. For example, which country the gold supply is in, because this could very easily affect the regulations and limitations of the cryptocurrency that is ultimately tied to those kinds of logistics. Number two, look at the audits of the reserves. How often are they happening, and are they being conducted by legitimate third parties? Number three, is the gold supply accredited and or insured? A good certification to look for would be coming from the LBMA. Number four, what rights do you have to the gold that is being represented by the cryptocurrency that you are then in possession of? Can you claim it? And number five, what ratio of the gold is the coin itself, the individual coin, tethered to? Is it like an entire ounce? Is it in grams? Or is it like a fraction of the weight of gold? Number six, this is probably the most important note here, and it's definitely a con in this realm of gold-backed cryptocurrencies, is the very simple fact that despite all the audits, despite all the insurance, despite all of the accreditation, you are still relying on third parties, and you're having to trust these third parties, what they're telling you. And you know, that's where your trust, that is ultimately what is backing these cryptocurrencies. And it's kind of a faulty system, especially as we're seeing, you know, there's always been a lot of manipulation within the precious metal markets. And of course, with fiat currencies and these old financial systems, this is definitely an example of an old system trying to play a part within this cryptocurrency space. But as I said before, there's these great, beautiful, innovative, breakthrough technology kind of minds that are building ways to establish stability without having to be held back by the regulations and the trust that is ultimately required by these fiat-backed and gold-backed stable coins. For you gold bugs out there, maybe you're asking, well, how are gold-backed stable coins better to hold than, say, the actual physical gold itself? And rightfully so. That's a pretty good question to ask, I think. That's why I included it in my notes today. So here are the benefits. You can invest very small incremental amounts of money into a precious metal that supposedly is, you know, backed appropriately by these cryptocurrencies. You can invest a very, very small amount compared to, let's say you want to buy actual physical gold. Usually you are limited to the amount of the weight available by the dealer. Also, you can essentially hold and maintain ownership of a precious metal while still being able to get all the benefits of being able to interact within the digital economy using a cryptocurrency. So you can own gold and still be able to partake in the peer-to-peer and borderless transactions that occur in the cryptocurrency space. Additionally, you will essentially effectively solve the issues of having to securely store precious metals. With gold-backed cryptocurrencies, you have the potential of storing a very large value, very large amount of gold, or again, it's a representation of the gold, in a very secure manner without having to deal with the logistics of moving them, of storing them, and of securing them. Whereas with cryptocurrencies, all that you need to secure your cryptocurrencies is a private key, and that is much more simple in comparison. But this is what I consider to be the pièce de résistance of gold-backed cryptocurrencies, is that, again, they allow you to lock away your crypto profits or to escape the volatility of the cryptocurrency space without also then being subjected to the inflation and devaluing of your fiat currency that would otherwise have been your option. Honestly, I cannot be the only one, and I hope I'm not the only one, that is staring the hypocrisy in the face when the facts show that USDT, that is Tether, is having more than double the daily trading volume than Bitcoin, the #1 cryptocurrency on the market. Tether has double the trading volume. That is because that is most people's first choice in interacting with Bitcoin. That is a huge hypocrisy. And this is certainly something worth paying very much attention to, especially regarding the recent announcements made by the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And again, their promise to print infinitely, as need be, their currency into existence. And because of that, I really believe that these gold-backed stablecoins will become much more attractive, especially as a stablecoin option when in comparison its competition are going to be affected by the fiat currencies that they're pegged to, as those currencies inevitably inflate like no tomorrow. Now, with all of that being said, I do have to end this video with this thought, and that is, I don't think that gold-backed stablecoins will be like the end-all, be-all stablecoin solution. Again, MakerDAO and their DAI token, they've achieved some sort of stability using their own algorithms, and they're doing so, again, without the need of some random third party needing to trust them and their supply and their audits of, quite frankly, monetary instruments that are way outdated. And I don't think DAI, I hope that they won't be the only one in existence. I think that there will be many more coming. But as people wake up to the realities of inflation and their fiat currencies, this issue will definitely come to a light all the more within the cryptocurrency space. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I always like it if you leave a like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be coming to you again very soon, but in the meantime, I hope you're staying happy and healthy.